CTV Ghana's number and some iron sasona or some mufa sonny sokoje any ajibre eberisa idea mouse CTV and numero Siabremo Kasiebo Facebook, YouTube my CTVGH like it. Oriano atwama ne uyonko no ehudia ekoseshe ne sensem ye ama hodo so de ewo mudwade ewo musanso ene nyigide esem ewo mu edoso paade di mu akotene bi eni John Dramani Mahama ene dinsem atudwa eyafa eye pressa ekoso ya na eye Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wono eyin sentrofo nsem bi ano Esi adunketia ede nsemo to Ghana fo ani mu se sika ne de wono mu de ba ginedi na mom no woto aba na hwese obeto ama empuntuo A Greek minister de sama betudwa kire se eye dry season yi nam so emakuafo ahwere sika be se 3.5 billion Ghana cedis Ama wodo ensem ensubani bi ato ama eye Sudan damba ko edri egufome nam so emanipa aduasia atom ewo ensiedo Ensem no dodo na eka wehumese se obejibre na yede abesum wenumemu sumfom eye me LATEEFA AKUFFO memoajo Yeshe ensemno asediana na wacheri ye yen sentrefo wonum ene Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ehia ya na woyi ensem ano na sedia anase kwan ya wofa so eyin sentrefo ensem ano no enene enkane mampeni John Dramani Mahama edin ensem bi atudwa edi afa ho
You see, when you do something with a devious intention, it backfires on you. When you do something with a devious intention, it backfires on you. We announced that we are going to launch our manifesto on the 24th of August. Immediately, our opponents announced that they were going to do a media encounter on the 25th of August, the very next day. You know, the intention for doing that media encounter the next day after we had announced our manifesto was to turn the attentions of Ghanaian from the MDC manifesto. That was the main reason that they decided to do a media encounter the very next day after we launched our manifesto. But see, when you do something with devious intention, it backfires on you. When you do something with devious intention, it backfires on you. You know how to tell when somebody is lying. If there are people who are smooth talkers, who can speak rat-tat-tat-tat-tat like machine gun, the time when they become stammerers and they start stammering, you know they are lying. Somebody who can speak like AK-47, suddenly media encounter, I think,
Democratic Congress Amanyo Kono one of the delegates no mo ewo eye ekwapem South Mensini no emu nina eni se one mo ko any foot soldiers no etumi akwa kodi nkomo na one masan so ahye se Mensini ahodo mpanimfo ye wo honom na nina woni wo mo etumi akasa wo kire se enefo anum ene wodi esi ho asadwumadi we no wode ye
Openi Johnson Sidingetia ya wono ye dwomtani dima ene disi amanyoko no ahye na prabo ewo epoyemantemase ne fonum ene ode asi wo ebo aprabo ntoa na wone eye 20 years yanifo wabatombeso no so empanyinifo nananom ena fenso party mafuso yesawodo ene oni won ewehia na wahwe eso ode obedi nkomode afa afi abatoa ye kwakoto no ho sebe ya weto ede ama ndc amanyoko no eti adamrobe ho ena chese ene okwakoboso na wode probo no ashase resident ketia kyerese ene usi adamoroba akua South abaton beso anu so na watoto aso a na wone omafo wo pemontemo etumi edidi enkomo
obeda ne monsano na sai samote aseno aba enkoto no ho before ka say omunim say yen ena send off for pay and so omudi sika beto ena yesya ka say obiaba no betua sika ade amount say je na koto abama me je 5 cedis je 10 cedis akoto abama me wo je no ye what you say me je 10 cedis we na ma tong me hu dia sem ko asumu amfia nan a eda ya ni mu senya sa etia dia o de da bia de be ka ni se sika no de ta na o mo wi o mo da mu every time o de wa bank a eto beti o da se o de ba brochira ya beche wo boda
ode atuja chese adamrobe teme bufo nkai hu se wato abade ama pipi ache enti owe no wasesa wonsa no na wato de ama peda da John Dramani Mahama ene akua South maamia wayi no se onto no so banko pimo memra shibe de fie Laurentia Adwoa Jiwonu na wono mutumi fankonimdie emra enwachi ode atuja wo chese sen pipi amunyokuba na wode sika ebedada wo so wonfanto aba emfa ma wonwa ya won yiska no ni won san to aba no entia won sanse e wodache ho asem
akamunya babia ubedi dwa ebebwa waka wansa wacha osi kro ansana na neba kasa na mo clinic roso waka wansem achiremi ena wasaka ajana asem ani achiremi ejuti na nano media dia moni moni ehu se na kaya sa sia ye no atinya bia ni wo se ye ba na dia ya sa sia ye to aso a oha bia ni if you say moni moni ehu obi obeka se obema o aduane edi ye bo di wo wadro na se
akua South abaton beso anu so NDC parliamentary candidate Laurentia Adwoa Jiwonu enso de bitu aso
mini anu mo ya mo ha afi ye afi esanse rade enu mo nyam e won peso ayi so ode mi besia konya yi so na so ode mi pa nia esise ya ndo wo akwa mu ma mo ne se egwadifo adam wo amudi gwa no na mo nkasa mo ye bojo anu yare bramu busia a enye twamene busia esanse se na anu ye tin se ye ni anu ni bia project credit quick no wo ba be danka wo ba ma me to na wo fa wo de ne koi coaching round a wo de ne brand ma me no na abofra no aye nyame dia we anti na mi se mere bramu egwadifo adamfo sadia wo project quick credit loan na nyame chade ya man pay na bedi e chire oba pa che na opoku adman ma mi se oreba na wo be share wim development bank na ni anu me
wa ewo asiedum ketia ne nsem no emudia na ninkasa yemu no ochese NPP amanyoko no won mashase ediska ema binum saba no wonto enfema wonum ne so odisika na wonhwemu se wobeto aba no ede amanipa wo betimi di mpunto a wonum hwehwe ama wo mu
na ura Johnson asiedum ketia kasa ewo so manya wo manya akrobo abaton pesua no so pe mantem wa bra na NDC amanyoko no epa wonto abo ho ntoma na omampanyi dada John Dramani Mahama ene NDC amanyuko no mpanyimfo dodo ano a ewo ase ewo no wura ase dun katia ede to won meto aba ewo mani mu anim se obi a wodi sika ebegina wapono ano se je na toma no bia agi sika no na uji wi a na wankasa nipa ede wakoma so so obeto no wato aba na ma no mo obi mfa sika na adawo ansa na wagina so ato aba
any police force no. That soldier need police. A Juma, as I said, soldier for a anytime I'm not going to mind no by. Now, as you travel via baby, every twice or minus one. One more question, one more question, the enemies of the state. Say, as you travel via better, so and to me, I had the amount. One more soldier for no, I done it to them before. Citizens, as enemies of the state, and I almost to a few Ekumia, Bibia de Wa, Bibia baby.
Alright, to us, so say, when in pa, Samanyuku. Ya ebu man sisebre NPP amanyuko mu mpanyifo awia Ghana sika dodo no a en wode gugu efiero aswame bag mu bi ne sisisi won fie pempem ho enti wo madwempo ne se yedru abato afi so yi wo ba be yi akwamontre so akodada amanfo amode sika na mo ato aba no kire se sika no eye kro no de ya wawi afiri wo man ho enti se woje sika no edi na wanto aba na ama wo mo ahwinsi Kronfo befa usika no san da na ho e sika ne bre wo se je na fa ye bibi ma no na se sika no je na wan fa anya hwe a manipa no a obo odua kora enya kwan bia so
woni sika da na o se sika be de woni sika na kutu du ba bia woni sika e ya so bie ene kronfo bia zimi fa sika kwa bank o ba e be sa ba bia sika no free From Bobia, Jimmy Pascano, the baby town, our border, that wouldn't be in ever. They don't know Canugu among party. And our own, the only buyer. And if your only buyer is there, one more better. Yandi, one more better who both. Now I'm working at Laco so. Move by our mind, Yanja Kogua, Ama Hutaba, my work. What about 2 or more? Now put your name or what? Any of the that was him. Wabedi minister, I don't mind so that what they were doing up prayer. I don't mind to come. I didn't hear receive. Order. About 1 o'clock, no again. No, the factor. I didn't say, the factor, I need for Emma Power.
Dramani Mahama ni jina ya wesie so wobehwe ne enwumesia aso ye no stakeholders ahodo ye wo hono mu asena se apekwan a enwumesia betumi afa ne ntoma pa ediefa ewo my Ghana mu no enene eye Thomas Tanko Musa ya wono ye churchofu peni eda eye Ghana National Association of Teachers nata no e kire se eye ade papa anti wo bona baso
Ebra Thomas Musa oyetro for the Ghana National Association of Teachers aiding komo and watch say amanyoko minu ahodo ni nyina nsem a wo kan dia fa homasua wono ade se eyepa na so se ebeye na wode hye no ebeye adwuma na agina no no na akwakoya asem eniti en wo bo man da John Dramani Mahama baso say ne manifesto ni modi tu ya chese wone a ekebi wo mu fa no homasua wode broni friend stakeholders ebetwa hia na wo bobo ekwan ye befa so ma homasua akwakọ nanim no ogiri se eno ebebo papa ama ehomasuo mu hawa hodo ya ekoso no watumi edi ho abobo atenase edi ho komo enu kwanya wode befa so
so policies na omo nyina ede ba no sana medical ka nyina ade bi eye but the issue is say how do we finance this thing? And I think that for me when the MBC indicator said there will be some kind of dialogue, that is the way to go. In fact, this thing is encouraged out to the international level. It is not for nothing. ILO, the International Labour Organization, air tripartite. In Libya, the Jumayafo are buying any employers to discuss how they think that the business and everything should be done. That is where we are now. And so when the former president was talking about, getting stakeholders meeting, that is the way to go. This is something that we have proposed to the current government and all that, particularly about the free SHS. Yeah, because a free SHS.
And wachi uratanku ede atuja chese said the sese wo mansi kasem ene ne tutue etie no enye kra ene ti odi policy biba no wan hwe ya yesi kasem sanse nyenti na ekwa kwasai wodi we eto aso.
The question is always sustainability. Look, as we are here now, we all determine where our children should go to school. Ebi no micro school or GIA, Ghana International GIS, where you pay what? Good, thank you. When you go there, they mention $4,000, $5,000. That money is like 200 Ghana cedis to somebody. But those who don't have, some of them, they have their children at the University of Ghana Basic School and all that. Because the schools there, the school fees will not be all that high. Then the last one is the public schools and all that. So you look at what you have. You see, you look at what you have. There are some shops some people will never go there because your money will not go there. And so when you look at the economics now we are doing now, you look at how your resources, what your resources can do for you.
Yeah, so Diana, a young pampa, Marcia Virginia, Yera Sam George, actress, a byway no was re. So one motion so what dinner nanum, Ebeka, when she say on Sadia Bay, no one who so et me abwa in Punto our May, as she strength in Kebeya, consolidated fund no, Sikebi a few hono, Yana one move for Sikandi be, and Femma, Nananum, no one who so fancies you crowd no, near 9 to a yes.
Ningo pram about one person from Rashebe need and send me to Jawabra. Na wade eda wasi edi amana nanoma trankunya ewo na impeso so eshe nanoma himfo ensa se obi di dwuma wodo ewo mo eho eno de tuja no chemu de achese na sen ase nanoma himfo dwumadi ni tumi ne nunyam yokra wo mo no ebinom eya de atoto form esane se amanyofo ebi ena eduru baabi a ya wosi ahimfo ni bi na woye wadwuma edema wo mo eni kwan so se ekobansa aniti wadi atuja chese na nanom trankunya ntrase na wodwumadi a wodi woni niye no hwese wode periperi obeye adwuma na tumi aboa ama kura otimu no enunyam a ekura wonom ebetena woda.
That's why I support the call that we should find a way to make sure that some monies from the consolidated fund finds its way to the chieftaincy institution. We need to properly resource our chiefs and properly resource the traditional institutions. Look, the moral fiber of our country is damaged because we've weakened the chieftaincy institution. in traditional areas where chiefs are still very strong and powerful, you realize that the moral fiber of those communities is enforced. The moral code is enforced by the chiefs, not by politicians. You realize that today young children, because they don't have respect for the traditional authority, take that on into the society, and that's because our chieftaincy institution is losing its relevance, and it's because politicians are weakening the chieftaincy institution. Politicians are trying to install chiefs who will be the puppets. That's not the way to go.
Enochi odia tuja wache se deba kwa ebetumi aboa ma nananom ebu ni ani di atena woda ene se yebesisi watena ya wote na woye adwuma ene nti wahye obo so obeto aso akoso no aboa nananom ewu dwumadi ahodo bi a wodi mu sebe ya ne gu pram be fananto apa efra.
The only way we can ensure that our chiefs are respected is not by paying lip service, but by ensuring that even places where they can transact their business, places where the council can be found, where the council can do its own work, is more important. I mean, the resources we put in here, I could have used it to do a political party office or something. This morning I was at Ningo as well. We're supporting the Ningo Traditional Council as well. The hall we were in, I put air conditions in there, set it up for them as well. So it's a running concern.
Dr. Brian Champo Ninsembia Wakan, yes, one of the Abinyano, Wabetana Susana to say, we will not hand over power, no, and I say, Uncle Ye, Ama Binumene, and Kane, a Eastern Regional NDC chairman, Terry Boating, Eddie Tuka Uhine, and Muse Wuntunefupa.
What in seminar to ja wabera NDC among you kuno ede apodine entene and anti shisha so ewo eye kwawu emotin so eho ena kane NDC among you kuno dwom training de mai poemantemu rati aboatin ede hini animu so obesrenada one friend Dr. Brian Champo na futu bi won wa won fama no ewo ne nkasa bi a woka ebra yeba beto abemu nano Brian Champo nkomo ya wodi ye ekire se enyade se onmo editumi ebema ndisi fone ene wo kina no kyerese eyade a eyenim gwasesem enema kwauman edura TV aboate kira ene onyamfo no onhwe na kasa yi na onhwe eso na adwuma yede ahye ne sa se panyi a onhwe ekwayon sensem so no obese obeyi ne yi kyen se wode nkasa bi a ede wo haw ntokwa ene yi ne ebeba
bemri bi Brian Champo benya kwanya wo platform so obeka je obedi mpuntu obeba kwa umamu no ofre oku enu ntina me so ogu kwa fo animu ase ndi kwa uman hene ne nananom entunefo ansa na too late san say baby ebetiti wa free bia no eho munyansa ne adom na wofa be yewura Brian Champo enim baby ku akonya sa esu ne ban na fia emfa kwa esu ne ban ho enu ntina ma me kire say kwa mpanifo ne kwa ahemfo mfre ne say baby a okeka kono keka ko wiase nyina ndi na say investors kura na eba kwa omamu ababy bia osuro wom san say ofre oku yadua ne bo ya de power isi region inse so obenya kwanya no akadua ne ho asem no ahwe akuafo no ahwe ne ma ekoso no ono de ne bibia oku be ye ma ne kwan ama sa ne ma ne maso yesi so gyina yesi so okira na so ye be ma onsan ko gyina baabi no onsan kasa biem san say ye mpesa lesi we ya ye be ye no edi tumie na ama ye wura John Dramani ma ama no ye de basa beba Ghana's for decided that now it is why be born yes year on 7 December ye hanu over we are on hanu over we are and obati bobore me hanu over ye hanu over ye to obawie na hanu over ye na esi ye hwe na esi Cote d'Ivoire ye hwe na esi Liberia ye hwe na esi si ebinu manso
parliamentary candidate Edema Ebrem constituency Wendy Samunyokumu Ra Mohammed Nuruddin enso chese o said ye enema esifatie no a ono ogidie pa ese obedi nkudim ya anyi bia kra no homa open eduonum 54% ena obenya
Mr. Regional Chairman in the region nyina abo in national nyina abo say Ebrem constituency afi ye beje say the regional chairman kan no ye ma me honorable me bisama from pon about for 12 good years em say obaye adwuma ma adwuma no be bia ma du sisi adwuma na yefo nti sa abre ya me no ka say omo po obi a wo free ha omo po obi a wo free abri bia no em say Ebrem constituency problem e nya ne say obo na candidate bi free ba bi o betena ha oba betena ni di adwuma wi a sa no ma nyina ko ontene ka biom say youth ni nyina ye crowd say ompo obi a wo free ha na ne ti ha na omasoma no parliament o china bibi ba amuso matima ye den ato safre no ba ye obeboa o mti abremu de it is for new redeem me kan ha mani a percentage wise here I'm talking around 52%. 52%. That's what I'm targeting.
Media Foundation for West Africa MFWA4 one much say ansa na ban no ebe sign a peace agreement bia no one say osiesie nechi. Wei enam se National Democratic Congress amanyuku no echere se wonu mu mpene so ema aban no ensensan peace pact bia kopem se watoto eneme bi ya na se waye neneme bi eye wabra na public forum ekoso ewon kran no ena MFWA Executive Director Sulemana Brahima ede ensem etudwa echere se ensem a NDC amanyuku no eka no ehu be ya pasa aban no anase mpenifo behwe no watoto neme ye ansana wonu mu sensan peace pact bi
information, polarizing narratives, and in the last couple of weeks in particular, we've heard from political representatives narratives that are, should I say, pro-violence. Whether a party would sign the peace accord or not, whether a party would sacrifice the elections or sacrifice power on the altar of peace, and so on and so forth. Who has thick muscles and who doesn't have thick muscles. We've heard all of that. There are accusations about whether state actors are doing what they have to do. There are accusations against security agencies. And of course there are accusations against the elections management body. All of these should get all of us worried about the upcoming elections. The 9th, in a series of elections since 1992. But I believe that those of us gathered here, who may not usually be on the front line of politics, get to hear all the vile rhetoric through the media. And only yesterday, I had cause to say to the media that we must do everything possible to ensure that we are not used as conveyor belts and megaphones to just blare out and convey whatever politicians are saying. It is time for us to be inquisitive, to be interrogative, and to insist.
Enwichwe Executive Director Sulemana Brahima ekoswa echere nsem no emu.
Party would sign the peace accord or not, whether a party would sacrifice the elections or sacrifice power on the altar of peace, and so on and so forth. Who has thick muscles and who doesn't have thick muscles. We've heard all of that. There are accusations about whether state actors are doing what they have to do. There are accusations against security agencies. And of course there are accusations against the elections management body. All of these should get all of us worried about the upcoming elections. The 9th, in a series of elections since 1992. But I believe that those of us gathered here, who may not usually be on the front line of politics, get to hear all the vile rhetoric through the media.
I will say about whom Cassiano so tiawa ebasia menko bebia.
Here. TV, fridge, freezer, air condition, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, water dispenser, microwave, blender, rice cooker, kettle, and iron. Seven Hisense smartphone no sukradia. Yeah, titi so more than a Hisense factory direct promo. Enti madada noa. Emma light bill kuno. Fasi baby, never jefofo. 19th August, I come 28th August. Bora Hisense showroom bia. Ekoso Sense factory direct promo way. 9 days per 80 first come best serve. Hisense everyday prices for everyday people.
me mama kwaba ediba FA Global Group of Company Limited. Jumedia yedini kasepa ensase ho adwuma. Se open half plot, full plot, ana asase eka bia ohia ewon kran ni mantem ha de. Se opa asase wo dodoa afienya tema enha ho pi. FA Global yensase no so edideye problem biara enni ho. Upe estate, I mean modern building, fully furnished building, good lifetime estate, abba edi amount. So bedroom, 4-bedroom apartment. So pay cha kwanya, ube huye, ewo kube chrome number 2, Muslim Cemetery Junction, or hona newo. So pay roofing sheet ye papa, quality, say affordable. Roofing sheets when kwana insio ta won't say, area bar won't say, what the other boss cry, and yes she. Young kwani amount 90 years warranty. Our roofing sheet so. FA Global Group of Companies and the most trusted company in the world.
Medase mensaima wakwaba CTV enumreno siabremu kasiebo ena ogusua wo hye so sakasiebo no ye twegu wo Facebook ene YouTube CTV GH like ya na wa hye no obi so ehunia ekoso afa yetwa ensem no eso Yeko etiwa East Messinino Emuna Eho ena aspiring independent parliamentary candidate Nana Ejei Trema atutubi ediamane NPP amanyokono ene NDC amanyokono se abatuo bebreba Ghana for ediama wonum no impunto Ghana for hwehwe no enye ne sa ena wonum eye yenti ne nsem ne bi
Apomdina ntebi a wode hyehyɛ so mpotem ho ano ato ne din ekoyie ɛna na eje kyereme ɛde to dwase amanyoko akɛse mienu a wɔ my Ghana mu a wɔn mafa mpotem ho emrahye bedwa kunya na de so nyina obia enye hwe ma mpotem ho MPP NDC say madecroment nanso na me ya adom na so oba sekonte kro a wɔ premrahye bedwa di brɛ yɛ wɔ mpotem ho no ɔmanfo nso etumi hu ne mɔbɔto aba ne mano a ɔbɛbɔ modern so ɔbɛyɛ adwumaden abo ama mpotem ho mpuntu etumi afa ne nan anasa afa ne ntoma pa efra sa pomdena ntie edi omanfo wonom eka bomu ema wohunu hia se mpotem honom ohaw ani amane a wonom ehia no wobetumi aye bibi edi afa ho
all the professions are even in terms of the artisan professions almost got to the highest height na nyanda da manyosem da police no die ton fire ne ton na nkwada ne nyina botaye ne se omokwa school akowia koye police na fire na immigration enu achi na chese adwuma bia munim adwuma bia biem that kind of leadership it's why is that bread the sefata these are the young ones who take after us the generation who take leadership after us enti ehia say ye be hwese omonhyehyɛ ye ntoto ye pa ye de be to hɔ amom no mo so makɔ school no se de omo ne prokesie mu fo ana manone nkoda da achom benya be ye mpanifo etimi atena pro ayen hyehyɛ ye a ebedi apoye we were some enti anya me pɛ na me tu sa na mom se me pese me be som me peso so se me pese me nso me be ye mafemudie
Ura no esan hyebo se nyame adom na mfie mpenu ne aduonu nan abato ebeba so December 7th omanfo to abama no a enye edwuma a wo bebo mpotem honom no enya no bi ne
jeje ma me po se kwanten kro ha me gina etiwa east edim nti ma kan se be party din etiwa east ni tie mu ne se mfie aduasa me ni ye share ka bi ma me nka bi amamu ase ye fa etiwa east yafa aban kase na kase de hu NDC hu NPP yafa MP a yem peso aso mpani die ni dia eno no na akoye party ba na se de ye nyina ye di ho adanse no we anya na eje kirema na wo ka na se de mpanifo edi ho adanse a ye yankasa so ye de eni abehu no ya kensi ni piano impuntumba
ɔmanfoɔ binom nso agye brɛ ne nsɛntwerɛ ne Kofi Michelle twetwe nkɔmmɔ.
Na yɛ na na gye kyerɛma etuwa east ɔpɛ MP yɛpɛ sɛ yɛsesam ɔba no ɔhɔ no ɔmmoa yɛn asɔ mo yɛn hyehyɛ ni mu wɔde ɔmmoa no ɛna ɔmmoa mmoa ba ɔno deɛ ɔyɛ neutral person oni party bia eti ehu ni sɛ si yɛdi n'akyi a obetumi aboa youth no ɛwɔ etuwa east eti si ɛnɔpɛ yɛgyina ha na yɛ na gye kyerɛma ɔno nti ne ɛwɔ ayɛ kɔ work eti ɔno nti ɛnɛnɛ ɛde yɛwɔ ha wɔ NDC me mɛto ama John Mahama ɔna mɛto ama no ɔntena apɛnya no so kora wakyerɛ yɛ adwuma bebree wakyerɛ yɛ de sanu adwuma ebi sɛ liquid soap nneɛma bebree wakyerɛ yɛ free wangye wɔ free last ka mekɔ mi pesika yɛ adwuma mekɔ ya ɛno ɔde bi ma me sɛ mefa kɔ stati adwuma ɔba yɛ amagye so ɔma yɛ school fi adeɛ ɛna ɔboa ɔba no ɔde yɛ ho bebree.
For 2023, and Mrs. Jasmine Brains of Brimpon Jumo, Eden Hukoka, National Democratic Congress, Amanyukuno, or Kodom one man who would say a Mashebejani into one to the Swaba and Fen Nesono, Nina Ebane, a idea, would be in Kugu and Amuso. A party no and said deputy protocol director ewo enfinfi mante muneso eneno ensem no ababe ye de jai nam so mani padodo na e kan sembi e de fama me no ene na wawe eho yentie sansem ni bi. Appointment ya echire wono mu de ma Jasmine Brains Obrimpon Jumono eyade a ekofa nsem bibiri na eba ye wo party ni mu ana party foni bi CO Jasmine kwa sebio wone regional chairman no ehhehye hono ma wono mu ye bibia no nti ena wotumi enya sadi bire no ewo party ni mu obana na Opoku Obrimpon Jumo ya wo ye Jasmine Brains Obrimpon Jumo ni kunu echire se de echegu ewo social media so se wone ne yire kra wono ma ware no Woye jai na fenso eya ne yire sadia wone regional chairman binumu susu se wohyehyɛ ho anasa wo twempena no wose ne kura bia animu wokomu ampo ekyerɛ sɛ ɔmanfo kɔso akyerɛ sɛ wo ba ne jai ne kunu sanse ne kunu no ɛfa ne chidudo nanso wo pani akasa owradwumo wose ne kura bia animu
but enne maba kontia be ka kyerɛ ɔmanfo sɛ enya no kura me ne me yire ni asɛm bia ye ni problem bia. But me believe we say ne dwuma pa a wo ye no wo gomua isi hase no ono na bi monti asenti a o ma decide say o me say me wife di and also o mo be destroy my family. My wife eba no the first time but with the second just a little imagine between one MP no na adwuma pa o ye no gomua isi and ntina man for penasem o mo di na chi na say enne amanfo ba bonten say Omo kan semo a ebese no bese ni din a well I decided not to say anything but we believe we say they are pushing it so far because any people who are obeka entro obetwa entro ato so na entro no wa pia entro na ma entro no ayese no kure e je se memiam anot na se say men ka hwe a entwa yi my wife they were decided say on come home bibia but me there I have to come out and let people know say we don't have any problem here. We are still going on. We are still doing our work. And Juma ye say NDC die soon bebem. Say party no be back to power. Intina ye say Juma ye.
Obanana Opoku Obrimpon Jumo etre se ne yire waba no wo campaign ni na woni na na ekọ bebia na na ebi no mu kra susu se wo ye ne yire bodyguard no wonim se wonumpo ene wo yire no ni kunu na wono ankasa ne nitua adwumaso a wone ne yire no abo wabra wo ye campaign no.
I don't want to go there, but the main thing is what I was hearing is I mean my name is Yero problem na me yere de me court or put in for divorce obetimi akọ court bia e wo Ghana ha sei akọ check say divorce me name yere ni problem bia e wo court say me yere divorce me and I say me divorce me yere never because during the election I was here and I was with her. Nothing like that happened. Ebia me believe who say after the election, no position yeah, the man no because of Nejuma Dina or people feel say, oh, okay, they are giving her certain favors. But look, let me tell you something. My wife worked so hard to the extent that say, Oko branches not I can tell you about 90% of the branches or supply plastic chair and my branches in Ingina. Apart from that, obey about 10 communication center, information center, Okoyenyano, so many places. We decided say ye a juma ama form say yes, we are for business. And you know, people see because party ni mo so wo na so ye adwuma pa na wo ye na office obi e mo ba man for hu. I believe that that's the reason why she got the position now. But because of that, you know, people are beginning to say things just to destroy her image.
Asiaya hodo any enyumeku a ekasa esanso patent ne ema wonum nyina ema so saban no ebetumi aso wonum asene ensem Ayabono Regional Director wono and Department of Children under the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Ora George Yao Ankama NSA.
Ora George Ankama din semi to Jabra no ni ensem treni odino kwesi apia twetwen komo na Bono Regional Child Protection wonom kwata meeting koso wo sunwane Bono wantam kropon mu wo se emrofra ho ensensem de eda won makoma so pa na so men yetumi hwe mofra adwumadi eso ana won ye die so ye a ye de nioma tutu akwan mu a ebetumi ama mofra nyini na wanyina beye panyimpa ba side mpuntu obeba omanimo ran kire se Child Protection Committee ahodo ya eye adwuma wo mantam no emu no Wamu shebi ayibi tisempere wenyensen so emofra de dada montene na montene basa banchire wono mu a ede wo ho ahyehye chachato ene ho kroni bam wenyina ya de eda wo makoma so a wamu hwe se eto betwa kra o mayimu ni mpo mantama hodo no aka no emu
institution bi aye abofra ho nsem so sikasema enkoyi wo ho yebesre na oman no ye ni akọ institution se hwe abofra ho nsem which is social warfare, Department of Children, Gender, Education, Shraj, na dofsu, obi oye adwuma, aban be resource o mo no matima ye mofra ho nsem yie na yenya dachi pa. Every Nelson Mandela can say me, o so person hu oman bia dachi a pese de osi etete ne mofra na o treat ne mofra sem. Enti yenso Bono region ye pese ye treat ye mofra nsem yie. Nti akade bi obi abi hia logistical support ya ebesrese the government should provide na yetima boa ma social interventions ahodo a abina rule no ye kwa bonten sensitization na be manfo nso anya so mfaso ye ko kan on samachara manfo no mbenya mfaso na mofra no so nyina be yapanyimpa amede masemu twa ato no nso de meka ne se emofra no nso mu wa sedie sede mpanyimfo ahia ya dwendwen mu hwen ese mo so mo ye responsible children mo ye adwuma wo fie mu bu mpanyimfo mu gyan nema emmoa mompuntuo na saa daache no monso mushia yakase tete pa munya free ma wofo any stakeholders ahia ho na nyankopon aboa mo na manyina ba panyimpa medas
Nana Kwaku Sabeng sunyane kwamuhene wono so na ye acting president ama sunyane traditional council obo adwumayiko yi atu ho acha ho ye adwuma efa mofra ensem ho no abaso.
They get necessary reports. If the community, they will act on those reports. Nothing over the never overcome. Anything say a better amount for say be a more information about could be a multitude could be a numbers passa could be a could be a various agencies be active. Now also
Omanfo bi nso a na wodwumade na say ene ensem kyereni ordinary kwesi apia etwetwen komo.
Because some of the doctors are willing to do it. I have done some with some doctors before. It is not out of place. And I think Dr. Amokodia, if he was here, I don't know whether that will still be his stand. Because at our national meeting with all health directors, they were all still of the view that still our Majisikan. So the only thing we had to do was Ghana Medical Association, that is the apex body. Me are taking decision at that level. Taking decision at that level. But individual doctors here. And no, it can never cover them.
Afraid you do so against him. Semuno Agric Minister area to just say enam dry season into no for year war mantem and watching emu abokapa one mosia ebeyas 3.5 billion Ghana cedis.
With the projected shortfall in grain supply, government will tap into the ECOWAS grain reserve and partner with the private sector to bridge the gap. Government will also bring in 300,000 metric tons of maize and 150,000 metric tons of rice to provide food support to vulnerable farmers who have lost their crop market. Additionally, we will bring in a total volume of 26,000 metric tons of poultry feed to directly support the poultry industry, as maize, their main raw material, has been severely affected. And of the at risk, we have been able to confirm 435,000. Cultivating 871,000 hectares. Government has decided to provide financial support amounting to 1,000 Ghana cedis per hectare to the most vulnerable among these farmers as partial cover for their investment. Government will also provide affected vulnerable farmers with some food grant to enable them meet their minimum nutritional.
Afe yanko enijidie ensemu. Wo enijidie ensem emono eyekweku ensia boama ya dodo na elimni se Flo Kingston we adwumtuni nene wodi sembi atudwa amanipa bebre na ekire se wono mo efo ne so edia wo kan ye wo kire se eye international copyright expert 4 ena wono die wo hwe ne mu se won betimi aba na wababe manage eye Ghana Music Rights Organization GAMRO ni na ene se golo hitmaker ekire untemu se ene wono mo yanwum na eye royalty se sefata wono mu ni na no wonya ne pepepe ene mebi hyada enkoye ebo GAMRO fo afa ne senti ene wode sa ensem we no ede atudwa no won de wogide mapa se yede wo bi fi amanane eba se wo mehwe so a wobetimi aboa wono mu na wo hawe wo ni na no wotimi atena se esiesie ne senti no wono de wo sre se international private company bimbra na GAMRO no wo meje no won hwe so no won toto ne niema yie sanse mpanimfo a yede wono mu ato GAMRO alo ni na no asa adwuma no se bie wono mu hu so ne senti no royalty se sefata wono mu ni na no dodo no ena empempi no otaka se o sika no esua anase enso sa eno nti wono de wosre se mpenifo behwe na eye yede wobi anase company bi afia manoni aba wetimi aba betoto wono mnema yie ewo GAMRO afa. Ene ewo Sudan mino emu empenifo chese ensubrani bi ato wo honomo enam so ema wo mudambi ebubu enipa ediosia ena wato nananom ewo ensiedo yawe akwakwa yare hosempa ediama Sudan mino ne sentinu empenifo echrese wonomu echrese woye enhwehwemu a wonom gidi pa se enipa dodo a ene wode ababetu dwase wato nananom ensiedo no ebekoso sanse wobusu a ya wonomu ehwehwe bia ayera no eno nti wo chese dam no eye pepepe ena wonomu efre na emudo yie papa sanse ensu okra no dodo na esebi ewo honomu enom ede ya ade ewo wonomu fiefiem eninti enei eye Sudan aban no military government no wonomu chese wobehwe no waye bibi ede afa ho nanso wonomu chese abosume bebre chini a sasem we no ebi esi wo honomu a enipa dodo na efree mu ya no so koye arehosem ene nei no ebi asanso esi bi oni senti empenifo kira wonomu bo wo homodin ye bia so wobetumi aye wafemu de sanse mpempre ya ye kasa de nipa bebre na etu efi wonomu fi atese ase yadan ene ejapade bebre na eno nti dodo na enya bebi mpo ene wode wonomu ti ede ato ne senti mpenifo kire se wonomu eben eye Ali Isa ede ato ensentrofo enimu se nipa dodo na nso ena sebio wonomu efrimu a enei no wadaswa ewo wonomu ahyen ahodo mu ampenifo ehwe mi eyi wonomu ede fi damnem abusuafo enenumre kasiebo ayejebre edebe somuno eha enemre no ema ye kwan na ya sorry so obi ato ayen Facebook ene YouTube bia no yeni eso enumre mo LATEEFA AKUFFO madawase amaomo ene sha na makrao
CTV, Ghana's #1.
Hello everyone, I welcome you to Tabia Company Limited, the multiple award-winning and leading herbal manufacturing company in Ghana, which has operated for over 15 years, producing herbal medicine of the highest quality and giving Ghanaians the best in malaria care and treatment, as well as other various